I just came back from seeing Night Swim in the movie theater, and that was not great. If you guys haven't heard of this movie, it is a horror movie in theaters right now about a family of four who buy a house and their pool is haunted, of course. And then stuff just starts happening. If you've seen any haunted horror movies in the past, you've seen this movie. Nothing is new in this. Everything that happens are things that you can literally almost pinpoint from a different movie. You'd be like, I've seen that scene in that movie, and I've seen that scene from that movie. I think we counted like four different movies easily within the first half hour of this movie. The movie's about an hour and a half, so it's not too long. Like it's an okay time slot. And look, it's exactly what you think a horror movie is: jump scares, spooky faces that just show up in your screen, loud bang noises to scare you. Literally every horror movie trope happens in this movie, and none of it is really unique or interesting. Like, if you've seen any horror movies, you've seen this one, like I said, and it's not the best. I will say also, it's not the worst one. It is just a very generic horror movie. If you're a big horror movie fan, this one will be a good one for you to watch, to just kind of point and laugh at as a group and enjoy in that sense. But if you're going in hopes of being scared or not want to jump back in the pool or anything like that, that's not going to happen with this movie. It's not that scary. Now, another thing as well about this movie that, like, just at some point, everyone in the theater started laughing. And the reason for that is, I get that horror movies need to have dumb characters, like dumb people in the movie, because logic has to be thrown out the window with a horror movie so that stuff happens to them. But in this movie, it happens way too much, where almost every single scene, without spoiling anything, without almost every single scene can be resolved super easily. And if you think about it without me spoiling anything, you could probably guess what the answer to all those questions are, right? Don't go swimming. It's simple as that. Or another thing, there are so there's so many people who fall accidentally into this pool. It gets ridiculous. Like we were laughing at it at the end, where it's like, the first time it happens, you're like, oh no, bad things are gonna happen to the people who fall in the pool. I'm not gonna say how much, but it happens so much that by the end, our whole theater were laughing. It's like, really? Again, another character fell in the pool by accident, and now stuff happens to them like everyone else. Like, it's so, why does that have to happen so much? Like, I get that you gotta have some scenes of things happening, but I don't know why they had to make every single, or almost every single character just fall all the time into the pool. Another couple things, like, there are so many things that happen in this movie that just go unresolved. Like, they don't explain why it happened or what's the reason. Like, we left the theater thinking, like, wait, this thing happened in the movie, and they never explained it. And that, I can name like maybe two or three of those scenes that when you watch it, you're like, okay, like, this is probably building towards something that they're going to explain later on in the movie. And they don't. It just happened. And they don't tell you a reason as to why that's a thing. The ending, like the last 20 minutes, is, like I said, I will say this: the last 10 minutes of the movie, of like the horror scene of the movie, you know how every horror movie has like the 10 minutes of intense, and then it has like the prologue of it all. The 10 minutes of intense scenery is almost beat for beat one of my favorite horror movies. So, like, when we left the theater, another group that was just walking by us also said, like, oh, that ending was like that movie. And I was like, yes, yes, you are correct. They copied almost beat for beat another horror movie that I'm not going to spoil here today. But, like, it is wild to I really feel like the director sat down and watched like 10 horror movies and, like, let's use this and that. Like, that's really how it felt when I was watching this movie. And the whole ending of the movie, for some reason, they tried to make it kind of like it was scary, or they're trying to make it scary, but they threw in some jokes to break the tension. Okay, but it was the wrong characters who were trying to break the tension. Like, the ones who are making the jokes, you're like, why are you trying to make this funny? This doesn't work in the scene that it's happening. The best character in this movie is there for 30 seconds, and it's the guy who repairs the pool. If you watch the movie, you'll know who I'm talking about. He's there for 2 minutes, and I'm like, you're my favorite in the whole movie. I really want to talk about. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys my final opinion on the movie, and then we're gonna talk light spoilers at the end of this. This is a fun horror movie to watch as a group with some friends. Sit around the couch, put it on, and like just kind of laugh at what's going on. If you are looking for that kind of movie in the long run, I think this is a good one to put on the screen. If you're looking for an actually good horror movie, this is definitely a pass. This is not going to win any awards as like best horror movie or anything like that. I don't think it's worth seeing in theaters. I think you can definitely just wait this one out. Even if you're the biggest horror movie fan, take the synopsis, family of four, buy a house, haunted pool, and I'm telling you, before you go see it, if you write down every single thing you think it's going to happen in that movie, you're going to guess the whole thing correctly. Like you've seen this before. So I don't think you need to go out and see it right now. I think it's a fun time with a group of fans and sit down and kind of laugh at it. Now, I'm going to go, if you guys don't want any spoilers at all, you can end the video here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for all the stuff and comment down below if you've seen it or if you're planning on seeing it. But for everyone else, light spoilers. Just one little thing. Look, don't go see the movie. Don't see it. Let me tell you this because it's hilarious. Near the end, there is a character, again, spoilers, one of the characters who gets haunted. And he does a bunch of bad stuff to a bunch of people. And then when they do something to get the demon out of him, without, I'm trying to keep it generic here. They get the demon out of him. He looks around and his first reaction is he okay? Just like as if nothing just happened, and not like heavy, just is he okay? And the whole theater bursts out laughing, being like, that was probably the worst way that this actor could have done that scene. And it was so bad that we all left the theater looking at each other. Are you okay? You okay? And we all just started making fun of it. It was a very funny way to end the movie, or way to end that scene that was happening at that point. That's all I got to say. Look, it was a fun time, but I don't think you guys should go out of the way to watch it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, comment down below if you've seen it or if you're planning on seeing it. Let me know what other movies you'd like for me to go and review and everything. And thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.